is a city just north of Carlsbad that for a long time flew under the radar. Locals knew about it, military families stationed in Camp Pendleton knew about it, but it never got the same attention as the cities to the south. That city is Oceanside, and in 2026, it's one of the most interesting real estate markets in all of North County, San Diego. I'm Marija Peshevska, a local real estate agent covering San Diego County, and in this video, I am giving you the complete picture of what it's actually like to move to Oceanside. The neighborhoods, the schools, the market, what military families specifically need to know, and why more and more people are choosing Oceanside as the place to plant their roots. Let's get into it. What is Oceanside? Oceanside is a coastal city of the northern edge of San Diego County, about 40 miles north of downtown San Diego, and directly adjacent to Marine Corps Base Camp Pendleton. It's home to around 175,000 people, making it the third largest city in San Diego County. And yet, it has always felt more like a beach town than a city, and that's exactly the point. For decades, Oceanside was primarily known as a military town. Camp Pendleton is one of the largest Marine Corps bases in the county, and Oceanside has always been home to the families who serve there. That community built something real here, a city with grit, character, and genuinely sense of identity. But something has shifted in the recent years. Downtown has completely transformed. The harbor has become a culinary destination. New hotels like the Seabird Resort, the Mission Pacific Beach opened along the beach side, acclaimed restaurants, brewery, a thriving art scene. Oceanside has evolved into something that surprises many people who visit for a first time. And the real estate market has taken a notice. Oceanside is no longer the afterthought, it's the opportunity, and here is what you need to know. The neighborhood. Let's start in the south, where Oceanside borders Carlsbad, because this is where the city's most exciting real estate story is being written. Locals call it South O, is the neighborhood of surf bungalows, renovated beach cottages, and newer infill builds just off the coast highway. It has that authentic California beach town energy that is genuinely hard to find anymore. The kind of city where you hear the ocean from the front porch, where people walk to get their morning coffee and come back salty from a sunrise session in the water. Because South O borders Carlsbad directly, and it has beneficially from its neighborhood's premium pricing for years. Buyers who can't stretch to Carlsbad discover South O and realize they can get the same coastal lifestyle at a more attainable price point. And savvy buyers who got in early here watch their equity grow significantly. Homes here range from mid-800s for a bungalow to well over $1.4 million for a beachfront or renovated luxury property. For families who want a walkable, beach-forward lifestyle without the Carlsbad price tag, South O deserves serious attention. Move a bit inland and up in elevation and you'll find Fire Mountain, one of Oceanside's most distinctive and underappreciated neighborhoods. Fire Mountain sits on a hillside with sweeping ocean views and generous lot size. Unlike most of the city, this area has minimal HOA restrictions, which means custom homes, ADU opportunities, and a level of you simply don't find in master plan communities. Every street feels a little different. The Oceanside harbor is close, the views are spectacular, and because homes sit on a larger lots with those views, they hold their value extremely well. Expect single-family homes in the $900,000 to $1.5 million range, depending on the lot, conditions, and view you're looking at. For families who want space, privacy, and a home that feels custom rather than cookie clutter, Fire Mountain is worth a serious look. Rancho del Oro and Ivey Ranch. For families, especially military families, this is the neighborhood I talk about most. Rancho del Oro and the adjusted Ivey Ranch are Oceanside master planned workhorse communities, and they deliver exactly what families need. Think organized streets, pocket parks on almost every block, newer constructions with consistent floor plans, and a community feel that it's clean, safe, and genuinely family-oriented. Residents constantly describe it as a peaceful, walkable, and well-maintained. There are sidewalks everywhere, kids can actually play outside, and it's kind of neighborhood that makes daily life feels manageable. For families, PCing to Camp Pendleton, Rancho del Oro, it's one of the most practical choices you can make. The commute to the main gate is 15 to 20 minutes. The schools within Oceanside Unified that serve this area are solid, including El Camino High School and Mission Vista High School. And the price per square foot here gives you significantly more home that you'll get in comparable neighborhoods like Carlsbad or Encinitas. Homes here typically run between $720,000 to $950,000 for a 3 to 4 bedroom single family home, which is in North County, San Diego, genuinely compelling value. Just north of Rancho del Oro sits Arrowood, a newer planned community built around the Arrowood golf course. If Rancho del Oro is practical family choice, Arrowood is the lifestyle upgrade. Larger homes, more polished landscaping, a quieter atmosphere, and the golf course backdrop that gives the neighborhood an elevated feeling. It's popular with families who want suburb comfort of Rancho del Oro, but a bit more space and finish. Schools here overlap with the top-performing schools in the Oceanside Unified District. Prices in Arrowood typically run $900,000 to $1.2 million. And then there is downtown Oceanside. And this is where I want you to pay attention because this is not the downtown you might remember or imagine. The transformation of downtown Oceanside over the last several years have been remarkable. The Pier area and historic 1942-foot wooden pier stretching into the Pacific is the anchor of the waterfront scene and now includes world-class hotels like Seabird Resort and Mission Pacific acclaimed restaurants, rooftop bars, surf shops, and weekly sunset market that draws people from all over North County. It's a genuine destination. The harbor just to the north is the only small crafted marina between Los Angeles and San Diego. 1,300 sleeps, waterfront dining, boat rentals, and an energy that feels distinctly Oceanside. It's not trying to be anywhere else. It's completely its own thing. Living downtown means walkability to the beach, transit access to the Oceanside Transit Center, which connects Amtrak, the Coaster Metrolink, and the Sprinter, and being the center of everything this city is becoming. Condos and townhouses start from $650,000 to $900,000. Beach-adjusted single-family homes go a little bit higher. Camp Pendleton and military families. I want to take a dedicated moment to speak to military families because Oceanside is one of the most important cities for anyone PCing to Camp Pendleton, and I work with those families as part of my market. Camp Pendleton is one of the largest Marine Corps installation in the county. 125,000 acres stretching along 17 miles of Southern California coastal line, home to I-Marine Expeditionary Force and approximately 70,000 service members. Oceanside sits directly adjacent to the base main gate in the south. On-base housing is managed by Lincoln Military Housing across multiple neighborhoods, including Las Flores, Stuart Mesa, and San Onofre. Nearly 6,900 units are available, but the waitlist is real. Apply the moment your orders are cut and do not wait until you arrive. For families who choose to live off base, and many do, here is what you need to understand about Oceanside as your home base. The commute to the main gate from most Oceanside neighborhoods is 10 to 25 minutes. Traffic on I-5 during rush hours is a real factor, not a minor inconvenience. Families in Rancho del Oro often use side roads to manage this. Plan your housing relative to which gate you'll use most. Your VA home loan is one of the most powerful financial tools available to military families in this market. Zero down payment on homes in the $800,000 price range is genuinely life-changing in North County coastal market. If you haven't sat down with someone to talk about your VA loan entitlement, that conversation needs to happen before anything else. BAH for Camp Pendleton is calculated using the main gate zip code in Oceanside. At current rates, BAH for an E5 with dependents covers a meaningful portion of a mortgage or rental in most Oceanside neighborhoods. Run your numbers carefully, and I'm happy to help you to do that. Link in the description. One thing military families frequently mention, Oceanside Unified School District receives federal impact ads specifically because of Camp Pendleton population. That funding goes directly towards councils, transition support, and tutoring for military-connected kids. The Interstate Compact on Educational Opportunities for Military Children also protects your family enrollment rights and graduation flexibility across every PCS move. If a school gives you any trouble on enrollment because records are in transit, that compact is your protection. The real estate market. Let's talk about where the market stands right now because Oceanside numbers tells a story worth understanding. The median home price in Oceanside in 2026 is sitting around $855,000 to $915,000 depending on the source and the month. That makes Oceanside meaningfully more accessible than Carlsbad at $1.4 million or Encinitas pushing even higher, while still giving you coastal North County San Diego. But here's what matters more than the medium: the variation within the city is enormous. In the coastal zone, South Oceanside and the Pier area are looking at $1 million to $2 million and beyond for beachfront properties. In Fire Mountain, premium view homes run from $900,000 to $1.5 million. In Rancho del Oro and Arrowood, you can find excellent 3 and 4 bedroom single-family homes for $720,000 to $1.2 million. That range is what makes Oceanside so compelling. There is generally something for every stage of life and budget within this one city. The market right now slightly favors sellers due to inventory sitting below 3 months of supply in most submarkets. Homes are averaging about 21 days on market citywide, and they are selling approximately 99% of asking price. Well-priced, well-presented homes in desirable neighborhoods are still moving fast. Homes that are overpriced or under-maintained are sitting. Pricing accuracy matters more here than it has in years. The appreciation forecast for 2026 analysis are projecting 2 to 3% consistent growth, measures sustainable with a market that is building long-term value rather than chasing a cycle. One comparison worth making: Carlsbad has long held a pricing premium over Oceanside, and that premium is real. But in specific pockets like South O and Fire Mountain, Oceanside is closing the gap. Buyers who understand which micro markets within Oceanside are appreciating faster are the ones building equity the quickest. Schools. Schools are always one of the first questions I get from families, so let me give you the real picture. Most of Oceanside is served by Oceanside Unified School District. This is an important thing to know. Oceanside Unified School District is a district with real range. Some schools are exceptional, some are average, and your child experience will depend significantly on which specific school your address is assigned to. This is not a district where all schools are equal. Location matters, and I verify school assignments by exact address for every buyer I work with. The standout schools in Oceanside Unified that families in my market constantly target are El Camino High School and Mission Vista High School, both well regarded, particularly for families in Rancho del Oro, Arrowood, and Mora Hills areas. One thing that generally sets OUSD apart for military families: the district has a dedicated military resources division and has been recognized nationally for how it supports military-connected students. It houses 3 California distinguished kindergarten to 8th grade schools right on the Camp Pendleton base. For a family that has moved multiple times, landing in a district that actually knows how to serve military kids, it's not a small thing. Now, there is an important detail for buyers looking at specific parts of northern Oceanside. Some addresses in that area fall within Carlsbad Unified School District boundaries. Carlsbad Unified, as I covered in my Carlsbad video, is one of the top-rated districts in all San Diego County. So for buyers in that northern corridor, particularly near the Carlsbad border, you might find yourself with access to CUSD schools at the Oceanside price point. That is a significant advantage, and it's worth checking every single address carefully. For private school options, the greater North County area has solid choices, including Pacific Ridge School nearby Carlsbad. Short-term rentals. I want to give you a quick note to anyone considering Oceanside as an investment property or a part-time home. Unlike Carlsbad, Oceanside has somewhat more layered short-term rental structure. Non-hosted short-term rentals in residential zones outside of the coastal zone are generally not permitted. Coastal zone properties, primarily on west of I-5 corridor in 92054 zip code, do not have short-term eligibility, but require permits and compliance with the city's operational rules. Importantly, non-hosted short-term rentals permits issued before February 2024 outside of the coastal zone might continue to renew under certain conditions, but they do not transfer after a sale. So if you are buying a property as a short-term rental, verify the permit, the transferability, and the exact zone before you write an offer. This is a due diligence we handle together before anything else moves forward. Here is the lifestyle and the full picture. Here is what I want you to know about the feel of Oceanside, because it's something that surprises people. This city has an authenticity that a lot of North County communities have lost. It hasn't been overpolished. It hasn't been sanitized into something generic. It has the ocean pier stretching nearly 2,000 feet into the Pacific. It has the Sunset Market every Thursday evening, food, music, families, energy. It has the San Luis Rey River Trail, miles of biking and walking paths through the river valley. It has regional park for hiking, camping, and open space. It has California Surf Museum. It has Harbor Beach. And it has that rare quality of being a city that it's still becoming something where a neighborhood you bought into today looks different and better in 5 years from now. That trajectory matters for families who are choosing a place not just for today, but for the next decade. The commute to downtown San Diego, it's manageable. The Oceanside Transit Center is the busiest rail hub in the region. Amtrak's Coaster, Metrolink, and the Sprinter all connected here. For remote workers, Oceanside is a legitimate option that gives you coastal California at one of the best price points available in North County. For military families specifically, you're not just choosing a city. You're choosing a community that understands you, that has been built in many ways by people just like you who came here for a tour and never left. This is not an accident. This is Oceanside. So, is Oceanside right for your family? If you want coastal, North County, San Diego, strong military community support, solid schools, a market that gives you genuine value, and a lifestyle that is real and still evolving, yes, Oceanside belongs on the list. I covered this market. I know the streets, the school boundaries, the VA loan process, and the neighborhoods that are quietly appreciating. Drop your questions in comments. I answer every single one of them. And if you're ready to start looking, my link is in the description below. See you at the next one.